Prepare to be fascinated by crochet lace. The open shell stitch is a beginner-friendly introduction to openwork crochet stitches. It uses simple shells and V-stitches while strategically placing chains for a flexible fabric that is perfect for handmade home decor and wearables. Hey y'all, I'm Tony of TL Yarn Crafts, and I'm excited for you to join me for this stitch-by-stitch tutorial. Grab your hooks and let's get started. This video is one of many helpful tutorials to accompany the Crochet Amour Sampler, a beautiful 20-block afghan that teaches new crochet stitches and techniques with every square. To get the row-by-row instructions for this square and find out how to make the entire sampler blanket, visit the link in the description. The open shell stitch starts with a base of foundation single crochets in a multiple of 6 plus 1, or you can do a chain that is a multiple of 6 plus 2 and then single crochet in the second chain from the hook and all the way across. I like to use foundation single crochets because they give me a nice stretchy base and make it really easy to work into that foundation. So to make those, we'll start with a slip knot and put that on the hook. And we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2. We're going to find that first chain that we made, insert into that chain, yarn over the hook and pull up a loop. Then we're going to yarn over and pull through 1 loop, then yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. Now that chain that we made is right here, and if we look at the top of it, we actually have 2 loops. So we need to insert under those 2 loops of the chain, yarn over and pull up a nice tall loop, yarn over and pull through 1. Make sure that's not too tight because that's the chain we'll need to work into. Then yarn over and pull through the last 2. Insert under 2 loops of the chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. Again, insert, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. So we'll want to repeat this until we have a multiple of 6 plus 1, that is to our desired width. I'm going to keep working on mine. I'm going to go for, I think, 25. Then meet me back here when you're ready to jump into the stitch. Our foundation stitches are now complete, and I just love this technique, that nice stretchy base, and it just is so easy to work into. So if you ever have trouble working into your chains, foundation stitches might be the way to go. Now let's jump into row 1. It starts with a chain 1, and then we're going to turn our work. Our first step is to place a V-stitch in the first stitch, so right here at the base of our chain. So our chain is right here, first stitch is here, and a V-stitch is a double crochet, chain 1, and a double crochet. Just like that. Now we need to chain 2. We're going to skip 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in the next stitch we're going to place a V-stitch. So that's double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 2, skip 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the following stitch, we place a V-stitch right there. And we're going to repeat that across the row. Chain 2, skip 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, V-stitch in the following stitch. So remember, that's a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 2, skip 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here at the end of the row, that leaves us with 1 stitch left, and we place a V-stitch here. Double, chain 1, double. Beautiful. So here's what we've got so far. Nice little V-stitches. Let's move on to row 2. Row 2 goes a little something like this. We're going to start with a chain 1, turn our work, and place a double crochet in the stitch right here at the base of our chain. Right here, we place a double crochet. From here, we're going to place 3 double crochet into the chain 1 space. So remember, this is a V-stitch from the previous row. This is the chain 1 space, and we're going to put 3 double crochets there. So there's 1, 2, and 3. From here, we're going to start working in our shells. So we're going to skip this chain 2 space here and go into the chain 1 space of this V-stitch and place a shell. So a shell is 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, followed by a chain 1, and then 3 more double crochet, all into that same chain 1 space. There's 2 and 3, just like that. So pretty. And we're going to do that all the way across for each V-stitch. So the next chain 1 space of the V-stitch gets a shell, 3 double crochet, 1, 2, and 3, chain 1, 3 more double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. I've got another V-stitch here, so we're going to place a shell there. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1. I'm going to do that double crochet over again. I split my yarn there. There we go. So 3 double crochet so far. Chain 1, 3 more double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. Now to finish out the row, we've got this chain 2 space and we have this last V-stitch right here. So we're going to place 3 double crochet in the chain 1 space of this V-stitch. So here's 1, 2, and 3. And then our last double crochet goes into the top of this stitch right here at the end. So the top of this double crochet at the end of the row gets the last double crochet. So if we take a look, now we can start to see that lovely shell structure starting to take place. Let's move on to row 3. So for row 3, we're going to chain 1, turn our work, and V-stitch in the stitch here at the base of the chain. So this very first stitch under those 2 loops of the stitch, we're going to place a V-stitch. So remember, that's a double crochet, chain 1, and another double crochet. Now we're going to chain 2, V-stitch in the chain 1 space of the next shell. So the shell is here. Remember, there's 3 double crochet on either side of a chain 1. So we'll place a V-stitch into that chain 1 space. Double crochet, chain 1, double again. And that is followed by a chain 2. And we'll repeat that across. Find your next shell, find the chain 1 space of that shell right in the middle, and place a V-stitch there. Double 1, chain 1, double 1. Again, we're going to chain 2 here and find the next shell, find the chain 1 space in the middle, and place a V-stitch. Chain 1 after that double and place another double. And that's followed by a chain 2. And now we're at our last 4 double crochets of this row. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to skip these first 3 double crochets, find the last one, the top 2 loops of that last stitch, and we're going to place a V-stitch here. So that's double 1, chain 1, and double 1. Lovely. Oh, it looks so good. I love the structure of it too. Okay, so we're going to do those 2 rows together one more time. So remember our row 2 repeat, chain 1, turn our work, double in the stitch at the base of the chain, and then 3 double crochet into this chain 1 space here. 1, 2, and 3. Skip this chain 2 space, find the chain 1 space of the next V-stitch, and we'll shell there. 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and then 3 more double crochet, 1, 2, and 3. Find your next V-stitch. In that chain 1 space, we place a shell, 3 doubles, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 3 more doubles, 1, 2, and 3. Next chain 1 space, gets a shell, 1, whoop, there's 2, and 3 doubles, chain 1, 3 more doubles, 1, 2, and 3. We're going to skip this chain 2 space here, find the chain 1 space of this last V-stitch of our row, place 3 doubles here, 1, 2, and 3, and finish off with 1 double in the top of the stitch here. Marvelous. Now we're going to repeat row 3. Remember, that starts with a chain 1, turn our work, V-stitch here at the stitch at the base of the chain. So that's a double, a chain 1, and a double. Chain 2, find the chain 1 space of the next shell, V-stitch goes there. followed by a chain 2, V-stitch in the chain 1 space of the next shell, chain 2, V-stitch in the space of the next shell, chain 2, and then we're going to skip these 3 double crochets, find this very last one here, and we're going to place a V-stitch into that stitch. Beautiful. So if we take a look at our work, this is the row we just finished, but this is actually the back of our work. We're going to flip to the front, and that's what that looks like. So I would like you to continue to your desired length and finish with a row 2 repeat. So that's a row that has our shells. Join me back here and I'll show you how to finish up. Jumping into the last row of our pattern, just so we can see that gorgeous lace get all wrapped up. We're going to begin with a chain 1, turn our work, and we're going to place a single crochet in the stitch here right at the base of the chain. And then we're going to single crochet in the following stitch as well. We're going to follow that up with a chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to place a single crochet in the chain space of the next shell right in here. Single crochet there. And we're going to repeat that across. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Find the chain space of the next shell, single goes there. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single in the chain space of the shell. Now we're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to single crochet in the second to last double crochet. So this one right here. And then we're going to place our final single crochet in this last stitch here. And that ends our row. From here, we can lift our loop up, turn it to the right side, the correct side, and look at those beautiful open shells. We've got this nice open work pattern. I absolutely love crochet lace. Could you imagine that on the back of a dress or for a really beautiful, like summery top? You could even work this with very thin yarn and make a lovely bag. I think this would be really nice as just a wall hanging or a tapestry as well. When you go to block this, I strongly recommend really opening up those stitches, both wideways and lengthwise. So the chains in between our stitches are going to limit how wide it can get, and our stitches up the side are going to limit how tall it can get. But even just by stretching that a bit, you can see the lovely shape that this stitch starts to take on. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and give this video a like and subscribe if you want to, because I do stuff like this all the time. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.